Hello. So as I just did in my last video, again, I don't know if you guys watch them in order. You don't have to. But I was saying I've kind of been in a funk. So today I'm pulling from the vibrations deck. I'm not even going to ask it a question. Typically the question normally is just how do I raise my vibration? How do I get out of this funk? Because I've been in a pretty low vibe these past few weeks. I've been depressed and down and very up and down. Today was categorized as a not great day. So today was not a great day. And I have not been consistently grateful. I'm trying to. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult for me to be consistent. That's one thing I've always struggled with. Being consistent, like in my gratitude. Like, I'll start something, and then as time goes on, I kind of wane through it and just. Like, maybe meditation. I'll start meditating for 2, 3 days, and then a week, and then it just kind of drops off, and I never really build a routine. And I struggle with that. Trying to do better. So instead of really asking a question, it's just a general question, I'm going to just start pulling cards. I am grateful for. Whoa. I am grateful for the earth. That's actually kind of cool looking. Reality is, I am grateful for the earth. I am grateful for the good, the bad, the hard. I know I don't always feel like that. In fact, especially on days where it feels like it's hard, it's difficult to be grateful. It's like my analogy is, say someone comes and punches you in the face. I'm not really sure how I'm grateful for that. Or my car breaks down. I'm not grateful. I've always been one of the ones that struggles with being grateful for even the bad. But I really do enjoy this planet. I do enjoy it. There's so much beauty and wonders to behold. We're so busy looking at the negative and focusing on the bad and shutting down. For instance, politics, they keep us in a low vibration. They keep us upset and focused on the negative. But in reality, there's also just as much positive. Nature, holy crap, every time I go out in nature, I feel so much better. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so glad I can just go step outside and see the earth. It makes me feel so good. You just sit here and just think of everything you are grateful for. Even though I may not like my job, I am grateful I have a job. I pass so many homeless people all the time. And I have to remind myself. Oh, that was a loud one. My bad. Get a little frustrated. I'll talk a little bit, and then my voice just goes out. Feels like there's like a frog in my throat. Yep, said that right. Frog in my throat. I've been getting too down in this negative vibration. I keep forgetting I'm taking life so seriously and gotta go with the flow. And remember what you're grateful for. Remember there are things to be grateful for. If you have to sit there and just start making a list, and then post that list somewhere and look at it on the days you're not feeling so great. Because honestly, when I do start focusing on the positives, I do feel better. Instantly, almost. It's like, man, I got rejected the other day. That's okay. It's alright. At least you got their number. At least you made it that far. Positives, there's more people out there. That just means she wasn't the one. She wasn't, not necessarily worthy of my time, but every rejection is a redirection. That just means it wouldn't have ended well. So it's more or less a blessing in disguise. Keep telling that to myself till I believe it. Next card. Well, you know what? Let's read it. This is still a newer deck for me. The first card represents the strength you have at this time in your life. Being grateful. I am grateful for the earth. Honestly, we wouldn't be here on earth if we didn't want to be. Second card. Raise your vibration is the mantra that calls me up to light. Calls me to light up. That's actually the theme of the deck. The second card represents the energies of your heart, particularly any message or information your heart is calling you to acknowledge. Raise your vibration. That's what I've been saying. I'm trying to raise my vibration, bro. That's what I'm saying. Not that you're not gonna have bad days. It's not that you're gonna have low down days. Reality is the ebb and flow of energy, up and down, up and down. But it's those down days that you have to remind yourself to stay positive. Not toxically. Acknowledge stuff sucks. It does. It can, but don't stay there. Shake it off like a bad bath. I I don't know how you can have a bad bath. I don't know why I said that. I was thinking like a cold bath. Like go take a cold bath. Shake it off. But if you're having a bad bath, I totally get that. Third card. I trust my gifts. Trust in your gifts. One of your gifts is to see the positive. The third card represents the challenge energy in my world. That is what you must focus on, healing or overcoming in order to experience your destined outcome. Even with all these things going on, you're grateful for your gifts. And if you don't see what your gifts are, look a little harder. I'm a talented artist. I know that. Even if I'm afraid my art's not good enough and I don't do good, or I feel like I see all the lack and the bad in my art, I'm still getting better. I'm always growing. That's one of my other gifts. I'm always growing. Wow, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm getting actually frustrated. I'm trying to talk and my voice just keeps going out. Edit that out. I'm actually going to read this one. I pulled up I Trust in My Gifts. Vibe of the day. Sharing my unique story and skills is a gift to the world. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You have a unique combination of skills and talents. There is no one in this world quite like you. All of your circumstances you have faced and all the challenges you have overcome allowed you to reach deep into yourself and uncover your strengths. I am I am really frustrated right now. Sounds like I just got done being sick, but I'm not. Wow. Are these alphabetized? Nope, they are just randomly put in here. Well, that doesn't help. If I want to read them, how am I supposed to find them? Well, that's malarkey. Alright, screw the book. I guess I've pretty much got what I had to say. I don't really have to sit here for 40 minutes, although I feel like I should. I feel like I'm not as connected when I don't sit here and blabber on, but perhaps it's just a quick, short message. The vibe of the day. Thank you, Mother Earth, for your blessings. The Earth is your home. It's a special planet, for it is where your soul has chosen to incarnate in order to learn and grow. Without this incredible planet, you would not have a path to walk or a purpose to fulfill. I was always taught in church, which I don't go to anymore. God has a purpose for all of us. We're all here for a reason. We don't just appear and incarnate for no reason. We don't exist for no reason. In fact, some people believe that the earth is a school, that we're taught to manage and learn how to manipulate energies, like an alchemist. And we actually chose to incarnate in on this planet because we were ready for this lesson. And some days that's difficult for me to find. I chose to be here going through this pain. It doesn't really feel like it when you're going through the pain. But we're here for a reason. That's why I'm grateful for this earth. Not just because I get to experience it. That's another thing. Before we were here, we were just energy. In fact, there are extra dimensional beings who are of different frequency. They don't get to experience things that we do, like love or hate or these bad emotions. That's why we're grateful. I'm just done talking. I'm done. I'm too frustrated with my voice. Maybe this is a sign not to talk today, because it just keeps going in and out, and I'm getting angry. I'm gonna go. Y'all have a great day. Message has been. See words. I can't even think of. I'm done.